So we're working on the Whiskers, and Robby told me to go start figuring out seats.
Because of why?
Just in case there's a recovery, we need to have Whiskers done. And it also hurts the butt really bad to sit on these bars. Okay, I got the brackets that came with these seats in a rough area of where they're going to be. So I'm just going to measure inside of this ear to inside of this ear if it's going to be wide enough or if we're going to have to lengthen it or narrow it. And inside to inside, 16 inches. Now I'm going to measure outside to outside on this bracket, and we're not 16 inches. We're way off 16. Crapola. We're sitting at 13 and 7/16. Okay, I want to stick the seat in place. Wow.
Split them?
We're gonna have to split them.
That's gonna look good though.
Robby took his daughter to her dance recital. So he called and said, go ahead and go in and start getting all these wires tied up and looking good. Because we have a recovery tomorrow morning. First recovery of the snow season for Whiskers.
And I haven't even rode in this thing yet, so I'm like super excited.
Your back will hurt after the recovery, just so you know. There's no suspension and it hurts. And then we'll do the windshield wipers because we need windshield wipers. Need them.
Your arm could be a windshield wiper. Reach out. Wait. Perfect.
Okay, we'll get after doing these wiring harness.
All right, so I made it back from sweet little Adley's dance. And we're gonna get some wipers to work. So I've just tested the wires. I am now gonna hook them up and hope for the best. So I don't know why they were disconnected before. Oh, I just got greasy. I have no idea why they were disconnected, but I need my butt connectors, I need my heat shrinks, and I need all my thingies and my doodads.
Okay, I'm going to put the key in.
No, you're not.
Turn it on and make sure this wiper works.
Hold on. Let me get these connecto nino'd before you blow us up-o.
Connecto Patrol.
Well, they're different on different circuits.
Oh, well, you don't know that. We don't know that.
You just tested them.
I don't want to find out. I've just about got these all connected. If we can get these to work independently, I'm going to be a happy little camper. Ah!
That ain't gonna work independently.
Well, I crimped it too far out. Sometimes you mess up. All right. I think we got her. Okay, we're gonna test this out. We're gonna see if the wipers work. Okay. Key, Batman. Oh! Oh, that motor is not tight.
Why does your side work if Lily's side doesn't?
I think that's the whole problem. I think that's why they strung the power over. We need to test the wires. So let me go ahead and put my power wire on. You don't always have to put your power on, but it helps. It does help.
Ah!
Yeah, that didn't work.
I think he wants to go up that way.
Yeah, it's wanting to
Take it completely off and let it.
All right, we're all sorts of messed up right now. So, Hillbilly's gonna take it apart. But look, good news. Mine works. That's just good news. It works. So Hillbilly's gonna fix that. And then we're gonna be up 10. We're gonna check the wiring. That didn't sound good. It was just popping off. Okay, those two wires are working good. I want to hook my black up down here and see if it's gonna work.
Okay, turn it on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Nothing.
What'd you do? Is the key on?
He is on.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
It was working.
There's like a reset button, or not reset, but like a where it got wedged up in there. We need to pry it back down.
It's on.
I think see that wheel? It's hitting the roof.
Huh?
That plate, it's hitting that plate.
Oh, yeah. It's bound up there. Look, it's bound up top. Okay, we gotta loosen this up.
And slide it back a little, huh?
We gotta do some adjusting. Back to the drawing board.
Okay, so the windshield wiper was bounding up on that big washer that I built for this upper light bar, so I had to take it off, re-drill a hole to where it moved the plate this direction. So I done that, now it clears.
Let's see, test it. Testing, testing. Oh yeah.
See if it works.
Whoa! And they're going the same. Now they're not. I think, or that one's loose, but the stabilizer one, it's
Oh, yeah. It's wore out.
so it's bouncing like it.
It worked. That's all that matters. And look, they both go to the outside. I gotta put one more connector on, and we'll have the wiring pretty well done that we're gonna have done to leave to go on this recovery. All right, so we've got Whiskers about ready to go on a recovery. So tomorrow we'll get the seats installed and we're gonna load it up and go meet Matt. So we're going down to Fish Lake. Don't know much about it other than there's a Suburban with the power steering pump broken off, and that's all we know. We're gonna need to take a jumper box and Whiskers. We're meeting at Loa at 11 a.m. Hey, say it's tomorrow. It is tomorrow. All right, so I've got the new seat all mounted up. We're gonna get this thrown in the Snowcat. Hillbilly's bolting down the driver's seat, and then we are out of here. We've got to meet Matt at noon because we're headed down to Fish Lake with him and Bombi. All right, so we've got the new passenger princess seat done. And I'm never gonna sit in it, so I don't need to test it. So test it, see if it works.
Ow! That worked.
Sit back. Is it comfortable?
Yes, very.
Is it better than the last seat?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you, but now we just need.
Yeah, we need to strap it back so you don't go flying forward. I think what we'll do is we'll zip tie it for now.
Because remember.
Yeah, that's how that windshield broke. That was her face. Just kidding. All right, so luckily my buddy over at boltsandnuts.com, Andy, sent us his new zip tie kit. So we're gonna use the first zip ties on holding Whisker's seat in place so the boss doesn't hit her head. Look, we got 17.8 inches right here. And if this doesn't work, nothing's gonna work. Just gonna zip tie this around the bar and I'm gonna hope for the best.
Shake it.
That ain't going nowhere. Is it fully out of grease?
It was just happened to prime it. So I just tightened up the track because it was drooping and sagging real low. And we don't need to lose a track out on this trip or ever in the future. And then I also got the seat, the new holes drilled, and it's all bolted down with flange lock nuts and washers and bolts and such. So it should not go anywhere.
You wanna know something crazy?
What?
I've never even rode in a Snowcat, let alone Whiskers.
That's because it's an elite cool club. And you are just barely becoming a cool kid.
I'm excited.
Just kidding. All right, so we're taking Colton on his maiden voyage in Whiskers. He's gonna see Bombi and these cats are gonna be playing in their natural habitat today.
These cats better get along.
Yeah, if they don't get along, there's gonna be a cat fight. All right, we got lucky. The door shuts, the seat's comfy. The shifter is gonna have to get addressed at a later date. A little bit tight on the shifting.
Make sure nothing's on the
Get
road.
her down into first, but you know what? It'll be fine. So Hillbilly's gonna hook the battery up. We're gonna see if Whiskers will start. Hey, did the tack ever work?
Once in a while.
Oh, it only hits 1500 installed. Yeah, the tachometer doesn't work very well, but oh well. Everything else is working good. Oh, the diff temp isn't gonna work because those wires are screwed up. So we've got a few things we still need to do, but that's at a later date. All I know is Whiskers is ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
Whiskers like to pop fuses, so you gotta bring some few extra.
Did you hit the bus?
He hit the bus, but the bus is okay. Just in there, the mirror's already been taped up, so we're good. Take off right there.
The next day.
All right, so you're gonna have to check out the other video of us taking Whiskers out on a recovery. But now, we got some things we gotta fix on Whiskers. So we're gonna unload the vehicle that we got unstuck, unload Whiskers, get Whiskers back in the shop, and we have some upgrades to do. We also have our Tucson alternator that came today. I'll just have to explain it all. It will all make sense in a little bit. All right, we're gonna go get the tow truck, come back, and show you what happened to Whiskers on our latest recovery. The good news is, it was successful. Whiskers drove on and off the tow truck. That's about where it ends.
Time to get Whiskers inside.
All right, it might appear as if Whiskers is fine. Whiskers is not fine. Whiskers almost had a catastrophic failure due to an overcharging alternator. So I'm pretty sure that the voltage regulator is messed up and it was spitting out 16 volts of power, 16 to 18. We had the Optima battery boiling. We had wires frying. Let me just show you what was going on. So I got splice right here that I had to make on the fly. I mean, we got some melty wires in here. That one's cut out. That one's disconnected. We've got this other one right here that's burned up. This one's burned up. I mean, what it was is we have two wires going to our amp meter, AM meter, and because the alternator was charging 16 volts, it almost burnt Whiskers to the ground. Luckily it didn't. So here's my splices. We were able to splice, actually I'm not gonna tell you. You know what? You're just gonna have to watch that other video to see what happened. Now we're gonna show you how we're gonna fix it. But first, we're gonna go eat some lunch. We'll be right back. And then I've got some tools to show you guys because we're setting up a fab shop and a bunch of the tools showed up. So we're gonna set them up and show you that once we get back. It is after lunch. Guess what? The internet said that we eat a lot on this channel. So we didn't take you to lunch today.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but we do eat a lot. We eat 2, sometimes 3 times a day. Okay? I mean, I feel like that's normal.
Doesn't everybody?
I thought so, but the internet got real mad about it.
Yeah.
You guys sure like to eat on this channel. My bad.
Guess we should make it into a food channel.
I'm gonna starve myself. So, it's gonna seem crazy like we made it up, but we actually have an alternator replacement. Anyway, I'll just show you. So, we called up Tucson Alternator. They sent us a 250 amp, 1 wire, internally regulated alternator that's gonna replace all the stuff that's going wrong with the Snowcat. I mean, I know it seems as if it's made up, but it's really not. This just happened to be in the mail today. So that's gonna be for another day, but at least we have the replacement part and Woo. This is gonna be up to you guys. If enough of you wanna see this
What?
Flowmaster Super 10, go on Whiskers.
What does that mean?
It's an exhaust. Look,
Like 70,000 more
it's gonna
horsepower.
add 750,000 horsepower.
I thought it was an exhaust.
Look, this is an old glass pack, and this is a Super 10. Look, it's a little shoddy, little short guy.
Will it make it loud? Is that why?
I don't think so. I think it makes it quieter. But anyway, so if you guys want to see the Flowmaster Super 10, go on Whiskers. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. Drop a comment. Or if it's stupid, we'll just leave it off. All right, but back to the important stuff. So I'm going to be putting together my Ameribraid 2x72 belt sander. And Colton is going to be putting together our new Bailey industrial tool.
Yes, yes I am.
We have an English wheel, we have a planishing hammer, we have a bead roller, and we have some hammers and bags. So like we told you guys, we're going to be setting up an actual, like a real life fab shop. So we got a lot of tools we're collecting. Oh, we went and bought a press brake. We'll show them that in a little bit.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, because we want to build really cool stuff, but we don't want to ever finish anything. We just want to start it. I'm in La La Land right now. I'm back. All right. So anyway, getting back to that, I'm gonna be putting the Ameribraid together. Colton's gonna be messing with the Bailey stuff. But check this out. Hello. This is a planting hammer, and in case you're wondering, I have absolutely no idea how to use it, but we are going to learn.
Looking at this, I've decided I'm gonna make so many stainless steel cereal bowls. Colton's cereal bowl.
This is our variable drive unit. That felt heavy. Good thing I looked. We have more stuff and things. I don't even know what all this is. We're gonna get it all out of the boxes and figure it out. There's so many pieces to this. I'm excited because I get to I'm gonna unbox it and I'm gonna look at it. Look how good this looks. Obviously these guys are machinists because that looks amazing.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm putting this plenishing hammer together. Friends over at Bailey Industrial, they hooked us up. And I looked it over. It's pretty simple to put together. You got this arm with they got a stud coming out of there. Go, slide it on, put a nut on, tighten that down, and then they got one other arm with 4 Allen head bolts that go through there, but you run your air lines through here and out the bottom, and these run to your foot pedal. And then I'll be able to stand it right up. It's so simple, I can do it. I can't run it, but I can do it. Put it together. And I'm just running these air lines through here, trying to get this guarding through.
Now those are some wheels. All right, we're gonna get this stood up so Colton can get it finished. So this will actually get anchored to the floor once we figure out where it's gonna go.
Okay, now you can see I am putting the air regulator on. It bolts right onto the side of it. And then they also gave me a gauge. It mounts right here, like that. And then I got 2 fittings. One will go into here. And then my hose will just push into that fitting here. And then this other hose goes into the hammer itself, into there. And then I will install the foot pedal.
All right, so this has an adjustable platform that I didn't see until I already installed the grinder. So I took it apart, installed this, we'll get it all tight, and then we'll put the grinder head on it. Now I've just got to figure out how to get the bolts in. All right, so here's the deal. We have no idea what we're doing, but we're gonna learn. That's too tight. Just want you to know that. So, take your wheel, loosen it up, lock it in, see if that's loose enough. It's too loose. I think that's good. So we're gonna planish this. This is a planishing hammer. We have absolutely no idea what we're doing, but we're stretching it. We're gonna make a bowl here in a minute. So I'm gonna pre-stretch the whole thing. Then we're gonna grab a domed head and try to really make this thing into a nice fine piece of china. Corey, edit this so I look like a professional.
Here we see a professional metalworker fabricating some kind of bowl to eat cereal out of. This is clearly not his first time using this machine.
Look at that. Now we have some contour to it. Now let's make a bowl. So we got a bunch of different dies. Oh yeah, oh that one's a little bit too bowly. It's a perfect one. This is gonna take a long time to make a cereal bowl, just like the boss just told me. But you can kind of get the gist of it. We're not super experts, but we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn metal shaping. So we've got an English wheel. Colton's gonna start working on getting that out of the box. I'm still working on my Ameribraid, but I've just about got it. I'm to the point where I need to set the motor, and then I should be able to put a belt on it. All right, so me and Colton have gotten as far as we can get for the night because it is Valentine's Day, and if we don't leave and go be Valentine-y, we're gonna be in trouble. So I got the Ameribraid all hooked up. Let's check this out. It's got the super awesome cable that like you can take the metal and just, you know, grind it up, all that fun stuff. I've got to get an outlet for the cord tomorrow or a plug. Then I can plug this in. This is a 223 phase, and I just don't have the right plug for my extension cord. So Colton's just about got the English wheel all hooked up. We'll finish that in the morning. So it is tomorrow.
Okay, I got the English wheel all put together. These things have been pretty simple, so anybody else that gets one of these, they're not gonna have an issue putting it together. Check it out. And look who decided to show up today.
Decided to show up? What time did you start? I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning. Decided to show up.
Okay, now I'm going through and doing all the accessory wheels. They got these brackets on the side. I'm gonna hang on these 2 small ones are for the big wheel for up front, and then the rest go on this side. Fun part is unwrapping them. I believe these go through here like that. And you can hang them up. Okay, we got all the wheels on. Now I'm just gonna slide over here to the other one, and then we got 2 more to put together. We got a shrinker stretcher we're gonna put together, and I don't know what the other one is in this other box. They go together pretty easy, so I can't wait till we start using them. The famous unboxing. Too bad Steve's not here. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we got it on the base. We just got to tighten down these 4 Allen bolts. We got the foot pedal arm in, and so then now we got to figure out how it hooks up into the back of this for when you run your stretcher shrinker. Okay, me and Hillbilly got this all together. If you want to check it out, this would be the shrinker style of it. Watch those teeth that they pull it in.
If you watch that gap right there, you'll see.
Now we just need the spring here.
And then when we're not using it, you lift it up and put that pin in.
Lock it right there.
And that pin, so that when you're not using it, there's no unnecessary use of it and it wearing the teeth out on the shrinker or stretcher.
Okay, box number 3.
What is it?
This is the bead roller, metal bead roller. Look at these fancy hammers it comes with. If Hillbilly gets out of hand, Robby can get him a whomping.
Is that game called Crochet?
Croquet.
Okay.
Crocheting is... You should get into crocheting. It would fit you.
You know what I meant.
I know. Punk. Okay. Me and Hillbilly are going to throw this together. We'll just show you bits and pieces. Okay, so that looks heavy.
Try it.
Alright, good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. What do you think, Hillbilly? About, I'd guess it'd be 80 pounds. Definitely
One side.
Definitely too heavy for me.
It's going to take both of us to do this.
Well, Hillbilly pulled out the instructions because we're a little confused. And, I mean, we usually don't use instructions. What do you think?
Luckily, it has pictures.
Pictures are wonders.
And those spacers do go there. On the opposite side, install a spacer washer between the channel and the head, and then install the M12 washer B. So yeah, we just got to figure out what spacer we need.
Washers go in between here. There's a gap there and gap there. So we'll figure out what spacers we need to fit in there.
Definitely not those.
Come back to you.
Now we're tightening down the 2 bolts, and this will be done. The bead roller will be done. I think that's what it's called. Okay, now we just need to get another bracket. I think it's inside the box.
This bracket right here.
I'm not certain on how this goes on. Remove the M12 socket head, bolt, E, and clamping block from the material backstop and insert the backstop into the front of the roller head. Where?
We gotta remove this.
Doesn't say.
And we'll be right back. Okay, this is all put together. We just need to plug it in and see if it works. I think we'll wait for Robby. And there he is.
He's got it done. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Beautiful.
It's beyond beautiful. Don't know how to use it, but it's pretty.
We about to be finding out.
We about to be.
Okay, so I had to cut the plug off of the Ameribraid and go to this style of plug. It's 220. And this is the style that the shop set up for on 220 is like that. Style that came on it is like that. See the difference? So we can't use that plug.
Swoosh.
Garbage. So now I'm just wiring on this new plug so that way we can test the Ameribraid out.
All right, so the guys have got everything put together. The guys are Colton and Hillbilly. So this is called an English wheel. So what this does is this stretches metal. And depending on which wheel you have, it can stretch this way or it can stretch that way. And you just run your metal through in like a crisscross pattern, back and forth, back and forth. It's obviously a little bit more delicate than this, but I'm just quickly running over it to show you guys what it's doing. The cool thing about this is all my little hammer marks, it's gonna eventually smooth them all out from plenishing hammer. Now, obviously you're not gonna use a plenishing hammer to shape metal like you would a power hammer. But I think you could get by with some making a door skin or something like that. Anyway, I'm not an expert at this, but I am going to learn how to do it. I will become expertly like. Anyway, that's what it does. This is, you know, it's not perfect. Don't know what I'm doing. But what we're gonna do next is run it through the bead roller and put a roll on it. Then we're gonna use a shrinker stretcher and then the grinder. Show you guys all our new tools. Okay, so you'd want to run it through a lot better than I just did. But on a thicker piece of material, you want to run it through multiple times to get your correct bead in it. We're doing such a crappy job. In a year, we'll look back and we'll show you guys, like, oh yeah, this is what we've learned the last year. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing quite yet, but we rolled the bead into it. Now, we're gonna try the shrinker stretcher. So this is a shrinker. What this is gonna do is shrink the metal together. So it actually grabs the metal and it pushes it together. Again, we don't really know what we're doing yet, but we're gonna learn. This is freaking hard. Who does this for fun?
You?
You know what's really gonna be fun?
We have everything.
Grinder.
See, I know how to run that one.
Right, so you can see, starting to pull it together as it shrinks it. Now let's check this out. All right, so I just showed you guys all the Bailey Industrial stuff. Now we have our AmeriBraid. We're gonna flip this on, and we're gonna flip it to high speed and show you how awesome it is. It just rips through metal. All right, we're gonna set the table up flat. Look at that though. You can just rip the corner off. I'm just showing you guys how awesome it is. So the cool thing about AmeriBraid is they have all these attachments. So you can do super cool stuff. So this is a workbench attachment. We're gonna flip it. All right, so you can see that we plasma cut that, just real rough. Check this out. In a matter of seconds, we got that whole edge cleaned up. How good that looks. Watch how fast it eats her. You know how long that would take in real life? Hillbilly knows all too well. That just eats it. I wonder if it'd grind anything else. I'm gonna cut a Stanley.
You got a black one over there. That's good.
Do we have any more blacks? I wonder if anybody around here has a Stanley.
I mean, I have.
Do you know someone, Demery?
No. I don't know. You ready?
Demery has like 10,000.
There's the water in it. I got it.
Now, so you guys can see, this is an authentic Stanley cup. Had to take its last drink. Let's see how well the Stanley 40-ounce mug holds up to the AmeriBraid 2x72. Oh, look. It's copper! They lied to us, it's not lead. Look at that, there's a little thingy in the bottom. No, that's a little device. We need to get to the bottom of this. Literally, we need to get to the bottom of this. Didn't survive. All right, so myth has it that down inside here there's lead. So we're gonna cut the bottom of this, save that for testing for a later day. There it is. There's the lead. That is how you disintegrate a Stanley cup. Okay, Let's move this.
Do it.
Wow.
That
Nice.
is-
That's the new Stanley model.
There's a ground up Stanley, and we're gonna see if it fits inside a whole knockoff Stanley. Gotta get every piece in here. All right, so there you have it. We have a real Stanley inside a fake Stanley. All right, there you have it. All right, so now you guys have seen what we've got to do to Whiskers after the recovery. We've got a few wires to fix, but hey, Whiskers saved the day. I mean, sorry, you're gonna have to watch the video to see what Whiskers did. So go check that one out right here. Anyway, thank you Bailey Industrial and Ameribraid for sending us these new tools. We're gonna learn how to use them, and we're gonna show you guys how to use them once we know. But we did have a couple fans send us some stuff. Sending hugs from Nebraska. There's no name on it. A gallon pour cup or pour top. So that'll make it to where we don't spill all the time. So thank you. And then this one's super cool. This one actually came from Glenn Morin. Thank you, Glenn. He sent us a box of tooling for our mill. So this is gonna come in handy. I mean, look at this stuff. This is a tool holder. I think this might be for a lathe. But anyway,
window
I don't know what that is.
Seatbelt cutter.
But he said in his note, he said he had a bunch of this tooling laying around and he wanted us to have it. So that's super cool. Thank you for doing that. We love our fans. We love when you guys send us letters. It's been a little while since we have done this. We don't really get a lot of mail. We just appreciate when we do. Thank you, Glenn. We're gonna put all this tooling to good use once we learn how to use it. All right, so as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.